a modern supermarket peach is a sweet, juicy, fist-sized fruit. An ancient wild peach was a tiny, hard pit covered in a thin, bitter skin that tasted like mild chemical poison. So, picture that massive gap. We imagine our ancestors roaming pristine landscapes, picking perfect wild berries, and eating pure meat. Skeletons tell a different story. They suffered constant, that's agonizing nutritional deficiencies. Not because they were lazy, not because they lacked meat, because nature did not design plants and animals to be eaten. You are actively starving. It's, you have absolutely no grocery stores. Your next meal might kill you instantly. To understand how we survived this hostile reality, we must uncover three secrets. First, we will expose the toxic chemical defenses of ancient plants. Second, we will look at fossilized bones that prove ancient diets deformed human skeletons. Finally, we will reveal the ultimate genetic mutation that saved us from extinction, but permanently altered how our body processed sugar. Many wellness influencers claim returning to a hunter-gatherer diet is the ultimate key to human health. They paint a false picture of effortless vitality and disease-free lives. It's but a landmark 2022 study by researchers at the Max Planck Institute for Evolutionary Anthropology shattered this myth. Analyzing prehistoric skeletal remains revealed a constant record of severe nutritional stress. They analyzed bone lesions, tooth wear, and chemical isotopes. The evidence did not show robust, that's muscular superhumans. It showed stunted growth, rickets, and scurvy. The truth is, the ancient diet was not an optimal lifestyle choice. It's it was a desperate struggle to avoid starvation while consuming highly toxic organisms. Our ancestors did not thrive on their diets. They barely survived them. It's we must first dismantle the myth of the safe wild plant. But while toxic plants are terrifying, they do not compare to our second mystery, bone deformation. And we still have not reached the genetic mutation that saved our species. Wild plants simply did not want to be eaten. Over millions of years, they developed sophisticated chemical weapons to defend themselves. Before human domestication, wild potatoes were laced with lethal solanine. Wild almonds contained precursors to cyanide. It's eating a handful of wild cabbage could cause severe thyroid damage. Our ancestors spent hours boiling and fermenting these plants just to neutralize their defenses. One mistake meant a painful death. It's now the trap snaps shut. Modern diets are heavily criticized, but ancient diets left much deeper physical scars. Anthropologists examining prehistoric skeletons regularly find cribra orbitalia. This is a condition where the bone inside the eye sockets becomes spongy and full of holes. This indicates chronic iron deficiency anemia. Their bodies were actively cannibalizing bone tissue to survive extreme vitamin deficiencies. Scurvy caused their gums to bleed, while rickets softened their bones until walking was agony. It's their daily sustenance was not clean eating, it was raw survival. Here is the elegant evolutionary secret. To survive, our bodies develop the starch adaptation. It's humans carry multiple copies of the AMI1 gene, producing salivary amylase. This enzyme breaks down complex starches into sugars right inside our mouths. It's most mammals have only two copies of this gene. Humans can have up to 10. This duplication happened because hunting fresh meat was incredibly rare and dangerous. We evolved this trait to survive on toxic, dirty tubers that would make us violently ill today. This was the turning point of human survival. We became walking sugar factories just to digest mud-covered roots. But this adaptation was a double-edged sword. The moment humans transitioned to farming, dental health collapsed overnight. Suddenly, that the air changes. Early agricultural skeletons show a massive spike in tooth decay, bone infections, and a sudden drop in height. It's. They traded acute plant poisoning for the chronic malnutrition of starch-heavy diets. This brings us directly to the exception of human resilience. We assume that because our ancestors survived, that their diet must have been healthy. But evolution does not care about your long-term wellness or longevity. Evolution only cares about reproduction. It's. A diet causing bone lesions at age 30 is still a success if you reproduce at 15. We survived despite our ancient diets, not because of them. It's. Our ancestors did not live in a natural paradise of perfect food. They lived in a chemical war zone where every meal was a calculated risk. It's. Was the transition to agriculture a tragic mistake or our greatest survival triumph? And while their diets were terrifying, their medical practices were even worse. Centuries later, medieval plague doctors would use bizarre and dangerous treatments that make ancient eating look safe. What was the most dangerous ancient medical cure? Let me know in the comments below. Hit subscribe and click here right now to discover the horrifying, bizarre reality of medieval medical treatments.